Ready? Because you're on.
Okay.
We're just starting it early because whenever you want.
You just turned it on, right?
Yep, it just turned on.
So you can give me a thumbs up when you're.
I think we're already live.
No, I know, but.
No, because it takes
people
time.
join.
It takes time. Matsumi's on here.
Good morning, happy Monday. I hope that you all had a good weekend. We're gonna start the week off with mat Pilates. I have Caroline and Ray joining us today, and they're both brand new, so just do it along with them. I will show some other variations of exercises, but they'll both start with the beginner versions, so just follow along with us and have fun with it. We're gonna start with grounding and some breath work. So just keep the knees bent and you're gonna roll all the way to the bottom. Okay, and just stay right there. Walk the heels close enough to your glutes that we just call this kind of a hook line position here. The knees should be spaced over the ankles, so that's perfect, in alignment with the hip bones. Press firmly your hands into the mat. Good, so you activate your triceps a little bit. You want to roll your shoulders down and back into the mat, pulling them away from your ears. So you have tone in your arms, activating the triceps. Good, press the heels into the mat, so you activate the legs a little bit. If you think of dragging the heels toward your glutes without physically moving them, that'll help you feel your hamstrings a little bit. Okay, so the whole body is active. Now we're gonna activate the core with breathing. So we're gonna inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, big exhale, contracting the abs as you exhale. Good, inhale through the nose, and exhale through the mouth, contracting the abdominals, closing up the rib cage. Good, you're still working the feet, the legs are active, the arms are pressing into the mat, shoulders down and back. Good, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. You should feel a nice big contraction all the way down, okay? So let's do 3 more of those. And then we'll add on a little bit. Good, and big inhale. And exhale. Just visualize your breath going all the way from the rib cage down toward your pelvis. Okay, and then we're gonna add on a little bit of that pelvic clocking. I think actually you guys already know how to do that a little bit. Pretend you have a clock on your stomach. So like right at the base of the ribs would be your 12 o'clock. 6 o'clock is where the pubic bone is. So as you inhale, you're rocking 6 o'clock down to the ground. Down to the ground, perfect. You have space under the low back. That's called anterior rotation. As you exhale, take the 6 o'clock toward your nose, tucking the tailbone under, contracting lower abdominals, pressing the low back into the mat. So inhale to rock the tailbone forward, creating space in the low back. Exhale, contract the abs. So now you've got your breath coming down, right, while you exhale, and it's joining with that pelvic rotation here. So you should feel your entire abdominals from here down, yes?
Yes.
So keep working that. Make sure that you're maintaining your leg position, your arms engaged, your shoulders away from the ears. Grounding and breath work should get you quite warm if you're really looking to engage all of these muscles at once. Okay, let's just do 2 more. Inhale to create space in the low back. Exhale deeply. And last time. Perfect. Perfect, girls. Now, in between that, rocking the pelvis forward with that space in the low back, and then really tucking it under. Somewhere in the middle of those 2 points is a neutral position. That's where we'll just kind of stay. Unless I cue you to really press your whole low back into the mat, You don't want to force that. So it's kind of like if you were laying in bed. You're not overactive with your back in either direction. Okay, so from this position, we'll work some head lifts. Why don't you go ahead and bring the arms above you, wrists over the shoulder line. We're going to inhale through the nose. Exhale, head, neck, and shoulders come up. So you're kind of in this little crunch position. Good, and back down. When you come back down, try not to arch your back. So we'll stay in that neutral position. Exhale up. If you need to, one or both hands could come behind the neck. Okay? So whatever level you're at. And then we always want to gaze at the front of the thighs, not at the ceiling. Okay, so let's do 4 more like that. Just kind of think about like a little peach or a plum sort of being under your neck. Just so when you come up, you're not jamming your chin down. We pick those fruits in Pilates because they bruise easily, right? So you don't want to let it go, and you don't want to press it and bruise it. So you just have a neutral position. Ideally, we call these head lifts, and ideally the core muscles are lifting the head up, not these front of the neck muscles. So if I exhale a little bit before I even move, just to get the abdominals engaged, it makes the exercise a little bit easier. So let's try the last one like that. We'll exhale a little bit before we move. And then you have a sense of kind of floating up. All right, go ahead and lie back down. We're going to take 1 or 2 legs in tabletop. Tabletop is a 90-degree angle. Knees are over the hips. Ankles are in alignment with the knees. Okay, we're going to add our head lift to that. Inhale through the nose and exhale up through the mouth. Good. All right, so the most beginner level would be both feet down, and you would be doing another set of head lifts. The next level would be 1 leg up, right? And you could perhaps do 1 hand behind. So you have a lot of variations. These gals are really going for it here. Yeah, so this would be an intermediate position, right? Both legs are in tabletop. There you go, Ray. It's super important that you work at your own level. I know we're all in our own houses. Most of you are probably by yourself. So work at your own level. You don't need to do what someone else is doing. We've all are coming from a little different place. And if you want to make it even harder, the legs would go in extension, okay? Okay, last one. Good, and lie the head down. Okay, we're gonna carry on from the tabletop position. We've done this one before. It's called single leg stretch. Head could be down. Head could maintain its position down the entire time. If not, you're in a head left position like we've been doing. Right leg will be straight, left leg is bent. And switch. So let's just go with this right now. Inhale and exhale to switch. Inhale, right leg extends. And exhale, left leg extends. We're going to give a little hug to the top of the knee that's closest to you. And switch. Good. Okay, so you could keep the head down if you need to. And the legs could be at a much higher angle. If the low position is too much for you, it's fine to have that low back pressed into the mat to give you more stability if you're doing this more how I'm doing it. And then we're gonna just do the same thing but change the tempo just a little bit. Okay, so rest your legs down for a minute. The most traditional way to do single leg stretch is an inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. So it's just a faster tempo. We'll inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale.
Okay.
We'll start with the right leg long. So let's go in tabletop. Inhale to prepare if you're doing a head lift. Exhale to come into your head lift. Right leg's long. So we'll inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. If this tempo is too difficult for you, go slow again. This is the most traditional way, but it is not necessary. It's super important that if we go at this tempo, you're maintaining a nice stable pelvis. Very good, girls. So see, they've chosen to have their head down, which is perfect. This is aimed more at the lower abdominals. One more breath cycle, ladies. And rest the feet down. Why don't you go ahead and take your legs out straight and your arms overhead, just so you can stretch out the abs here for a sec, if that feels good. How you guys doing?
Good.
Definitely hot.
I'm warm.
Yeah. I have a puddle of sweat in my back. It's fine.
You feel it? Good. So we'll go into double leg stretch. We'll break it down a little bit. We'll start from the same position. So heads down, knees are bent. Let's go ahead and take the legs back to tabletop. Arms over the shoulders in the air. Inhale through the nose and exhale, come into your head lift. Or not. Okay. So on the inhale, the legs would straighten and the arms come just biceps by the ears, no further back. We exhale, circle around, give a little hug to your knees. Good. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, circle around, hug the knees. Okay, so head could be down, and I'll just still do the same exact thing with my legs and my arms. If I want to make this really challenging, my legs would be at a very low position. And inhale. And exhale. Let's see how y'all are doing. Good. Inhale, nice strong arms. Keep the arms straight the whole time. And two more. You'll notice we're pointing our toes a lot, which I think I do out of habit, but you could flex your feet if you need to. I know a lot of times when we point, often people complain of foot cramps, so if you need to flex your feet instead, that's fine. We just want to choose to always point or flex so your feet are active. It really helps you engage all of the muscles of the legs better. Okay, so that was double leg stretch. And now we'll add on the final kind of exercise in this sequence. The legs will be doing the same thing as they did in single leg stretch, just like this, okay? So all that we're gonna add is some rotation. So bring both hands under your neck. Right leg is out, left leg's bent. We're gonna inhale to prepare. When we exhale, I'm gonna come up and think of twisting my right shoulder toward my knee. If the straight legs is too hard for you, keep both feet on the ground. You would still come up and rotate right shoulder to the left knee. Okay? So in a traditional bicycle kind of gym exercise, you know, I always see people kind of pulling like this. We want to think of nice wide chest and rotation. So that's why I said think more of like shoulder to the left knee. Okay? And then we'll alternate sides. okay? And you want a big exhale. Again, if you start your exhale a little bit before you move, you're gonna have a better chance at really activating these muscles to help you lift up, okay? Are you okay?
Yes.
You getting tired?
No, we got this.
Oh, Ray's looking at her watch.
No, I was sweating. It told me that
It told me I'm sweating.
It told me I'm doing
It
things.
says, are you okay?
Rotate. And rotate. And rotate. And rotate. Good. Last one. And hug the knees to the chest. Now, I think you guys do this in jiu-jitsu where you roll up, right? Yeah.
You rock the chair.
Rock the chair. Okay, so in Pilates, this is called rolling like a ball. So it'll feel familiar. So let's see, you guys go just like this, right?
Yeah. Rock the chair.
Onto the base of the shoulder blades. The only difference with the Pilates version is you try to hover at the top without your feet touching down.
Oh.
So you go back with a lot of control, and when you come up, you try to hover. So it's just a little more, it's a little bit more abdominals. Again, pointer flex. Now here's a trick. Think of your arm, like engage your arm muscles and press against your legs a little bit. You can use your own body as leverage to help stabilize you. See, perfect. That was perfect, yeah. There's always this kind of push-pull relationship in Pilates of working in opposition. So you're just pulling against the legs while they're pressing to help you balance at the top. See, that was perfect. Absolutely perfect. If that doesn't feel good, do not do it, okay? You could just lie the head down and just take a little break. That's just kind of something fun to work on.
Yeah.
Okay? And if the legs cannot be, if you can't put your legs together like that, it's fine to be here too. Most men do it more kind of hip width apart, pointer flex. All right, we'll go into single leg circles, which is done lying flat on the back with straight legs. Head is down. We'll take the right leg up to the ceiling. The bigger the circle, the more challenging the exercise. Head is going to stay down. Let's ground the shoulders into the mat and pull them away from the ears. Left foot will be flexed. We're going to press the heel into the mat. Let's start with a circle, kind of maybe dinner plate size, just to start. We go down through the midline and circle to the right. So kind of imagine if your big toe is writing a letter D, capital letter D, okay? We inhale to come down the center, exhale, circle around. Inhale, down the center, exhale, circle around. So I'm gonna make a little bit bigger capital letter D myself. What I'm looking for is pelvic stability. So if I choose to make a big circle, I can't have this side roll off the mat, okay? The circle needs to be a size that this stays quiet. My left hip stays on the mat the whole time. So we're looking for pelvic stability. I'm squeezing the heck out of my lower abdominals. Again, if you need to flex the foot, that's fine. Let's see how these ladies are doing. If you need to bend the knee a little bit to take a little bit of pressure off your hip flexor, that's fine as well. In an ideal world, our lower abdominals do all the work, but it's very common when you're new for your hip flexors to try to take over.
We're good.
We're good. Vernon, you make it look so easy.
I know, she's just like, woo!
So we're gonna go to the left side now. You wanna make your circle, now that you tried the exercise, you know what you're doing. Make your circle the appropriate size for you, okay? Okay, so right leg's flexed, we're pressing the leg down, shoulders away from the ears, down through the center on the inhale, exhale around. Four more. 3, 2, and last one. Inhale, exhale. Very good, girls. Very, very good. We'll roll up and we'll lie on the left side. Okay, you can cradle the hand under the neck. The front hand is going to press onto the mat in front of you to help stabilize you. If you take your feet, your legs, just like a foot in front of you. So you're kind of in like a little hook position. The bottom leg is going to stay right where it is. Flex the foot just so you're really actively trying to stay grounded there. We'll take the top leg up, hip height. So you have maybe like a foot distance between. Try to maintain that position the whole time we do this exercise. So we're gonna flex the top foot as well. We're gonna do 2 little kicks to the front and point to pull back. And 2 little kick and pull. I'm looking for stability here again in the pelvis, meaning I'm not collapsing here and rolling here and arching my back. Everything should look just the same, a lot of stability. Now we'll add some breath. Inhale. Contract the glutes as you pull back. Inhale, inhale, and exhale. Let me see how you guys are doing. Inhale, inhale, and exhale. Point. Good. So you're moving around a little bit too much, Caroline. Just watch. Maybe don't bring your leg to the front so much because I don't want you to tuck your tailbone under.
Oh, but I want to be like, so here.
Also, yeah, that's better. That's better. If this is too hard, this knee, just show that for a sec, would bend. Okay, that will give you more stability if you're having a hard time balancing. And now we're gonna just reverse the footwork. Okay, so we'll point 2 times to the front, point, and flex back. And point, and flex back. Yeah, perfect. Remember, we're gonna try to keep the leg, that foot away from the bottom the whole time. Okay, kick on the inhale front, exhale, point to pull back. And kick. Wait, where are we at? We're pointing front, right? Point, and flex. And point, exhale, flex. Last time, point, exhale, flex. Let's keep the leg back here. We'll point our toes. We're gonna circle the leg. Make your circle small if you need to, but I'd like the circle to stay in alignment with the hip and pull back, meaning not up here. You don't want your circle up here. We're gonna try to keep it more about the glute and the hip. So it needs to be slightly behind. Okay. If you need to flex your foot, that's fine as well. Reverse the circle. And we'll just breathe at a normal pace right now, okay? Just kind of slowing down. Using this as a little bit of recovery. 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Okay. We're gonna do something fun now. Okay, let's go to the other side. Whee! Okay. So you're in that hook line position. I took the feet maybe a foot in front of my hips. You can either bend the bottom leg or it can be straight. Flex that bottom leg. Good. And the top leg is about a foot on top. We're looking for a nice stable pelvis here. We're gonna kick, and point back. Kick to inhale, exhale, pull back. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good, 3 more. Flex, and point. Good, and that top arm can press into the mat, helping you stabilize a little bit better. You're trying to make sure when you pull back, you're not arching the low back, okay? And let's reverse the footwork, so we'll point to the front. Point, and flex back. Point, and flex back. Now what is helping me stay in this stable sideline position? My abs, right? Your abs. Squeeze the heck out of those. You'll feel much more stable. You also have stability from the bottom leg, which you can get even more if it's bent, and your front hand pressing into the mat. So you have all these points of contact to help you stay grounded. Okay, last one. And flex back. We're going to do 8 circles in each direction. Okay, so we'll bring the pointed toes. We're going to bring the legs slightly behind the hips. I'm going to circle front or forward. Circle. Breathing, just getting our breath back to normal. Nice control here. Engaging the abs, especially these bottom obliques here on the mat. Reverse. 1, 2. Good. Getting your breath back. And then we're going to go onto the stomach and do a couple of things in prone. Okay. We'll start, so we're facing the mat. Arms are in kind of a goalpost position.
Okay.
So elbows in alignment with the shoulders, wrists in alignment with the elbows. Look straight at the mat. Press the legs firmly into the mat. Squeeze the glutes. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, back down. So we'll just do that 3 or 4 times just to kind of prep the back. We're inhaling to lift because inhaling gives us length. And just make sure you think of not lifting from the head, but with the upper back. Okay? Now, this prep that we're doing, we are using the leverage of our arms pressing in the mat to help lift us. We're not going to have that for this next set of 4 because our arms are going to come up with us. Okay, so it's going to look like inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, squeeze the glutes, and exhale. So you probably have a little less range of motion than you did when your arms are down. That's totally fine. We're trying to get thoracic extension, so upper back is lifting up. Good, keep squeezing those glutes to protect the low back. If this is easy for you and you want more challenge, when you come up, you would extend and down.
Oh, thanks, Brandon.
There you go. Perfect. Let's do 2 more like that. Up and extend and bend and down. Last time, inhale up, exhale, inhale, pull in, and down. Perfect. Now we're going to come up to the forearms. Okay. Flex the right foot. Kick to the glute. When you point, the knee comes off the mat. It's the same as we did sideline kicking. This is called single leg kick. Same choreography. Flex, flex, and point. Flex, flex, and point. Good. Flex, flex, and point. Did you watch me teaching this last Monday, right? I think you wrote me. And point. So we're having flex, flex, and point. Good. I want you to focus on the glutes. If it bothers you to be up in this position, just come down here. Flex, flex, and point. I'm really focusing on my right glute. Point, lengthen that knee. Flex, flex, and point. Because we're going to do them together in a second. It's a whole different deal. Okay, so let's go to the left side. Kick, kick, and point. Kick, kick, and point. Lengthen out through that knee. Kick, kick, and point. Good breath work. Inhale, inhale. Exhale to lengthen. Okay, just a couple more. Stabilizing the low back. Squeezing the abdominals. Navel toward the spine. Okay, so for double leg kick, we have a few different versions. Okay, you could just keep your hands here. Kick, kick, point. The only thing I'm adding on, if I'm trying to, when I lengthen, lift up a little bit too. My upper back up a little bit too. Okay, if this feels okay, you could bring your arms here. The traditional exercise looks like this. Kick, kick, and point. Kick, kick, and point. I know this is hard though. So hands on the mat is totally fine. Kick, kick, and point, lift the chest. Kick, kick, and point, lift the chest. Good. Kick and point. Nice, Caroline. And point. Very nice. Really good breath work, Ray. One more. Good. And then let's just go ahead and press back to a child's pose. Knees wide, toes together, forehead on the mat. Take a few deep breaths here. So we're all working at our own level today, okay? I will name all of the exercises at the end. So if you wanted, you could go through another cycle of them, or maybe you want to do them at a different time. But I'll make sure to tell you all of them at the end. Okay, we're gonna go into a standing position. And we'll mix up our Pilates push-ups a little bit today. We're gonna do them in an ascending 1 to 5. So the first time we go out, we'll do 1 push-up.
Okay.
Walk back in, go out and do 2,
Okay.
walk back in. Remember, if you need to be on your knees for the push-ups, that's totally fine. And if that's too much, just hold that plank on the knees while we do the push-up. Okay?
Okay.
So the difference is, let's see, arms overhead. We're gonna dive forward. If you need to bend your knees, bend your knees. We're gonna walk the hands out to a plank position. You're either on your knees or you're not. You're doing 1 push-up. Walk the hands back and round the back till your head's up. Relax, you're in a nice tall line. Okay, arms overhead. And dive, round back forward. Walk yourself out to a plank. Get on your knees if you need to. Perfect. Push up 2 times. 1 and 2. Very nice, Caroline. So each time you walk yourself in, you're getting a little bit bigger stretch. Good, hands overhead to inhale. Exhale, round back. Walk yourself out to a plank. So we're looking for, again, wrists under the shoulders, nice straight line, glutes engaged, 3 push-ups. Abs pulling in the whole time you're in that plank. Walking back in, get a nice stretch in the back of the legs. Inhale up, and forward, walking in. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and walking back in. We're almost there. Last set. Inhale. Walking out. Good, knees if you need to. Perfect. Squeezing the glutes. Look at the push-up queen over here. She's shaking. She's shaking. Good job. That's perfect, girls. And walk it back. And stretch. Let's face the camera. Big inhale up. Bring the hands together. Pull them down as you exhale. Right to your heart. And we thank you so much for joining us today. That was a lot of fun. Let me go over the list of exercises with you. So we started with grounding, just focusing on our breath work, and then adding on the pelvic clocking. We went then into some head lifts, right? Just focusing on that kind of crunch mechanic. Single leg stretch, 1 leg at a time. Double leg stretch, 2 legs with circle. We went into the crisscross. We lied down and did the single leg circles, those letter Ds. Went on our side, kick, kick, and point. That's called sideline kick. And then we did some circles. Just restored our breath for a little bit. In prone, we just did a chest lift. And then we did that fun double leg kick. And we did single leg kick, single leg and double leg kick. And we finished with some Pilates push-ups. We did them from 1 up to 5. If you still had a lot of energy, you could go 5 down to 1, or you can do 1 at a time. So we have a lot of options. I thank you for joining us. I will see you guys again on Wednesday and Friday at 10. But every single day on Team Hargett, we have 12 o'clock live. Okay, tomorrow is Jiu-Jitsu Flow with Steve. So have an awesome Monday. Thanks so much, guys.
Hit end. And then now wait. So watch. It's going to ask, do you want to end your live video? And now.